Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Hey. We have to say hello and welcome to everyone currently tuned in to another Mikey Live program. How are you doing? Again, we have to say welcome to our people in Canada. You are now once again able to view our program. It's been a long journey. We had to resort to YouTube and all of that stuff. And so many of you missed out on so many programs. But it's been almost 2 years since you've been unable to view our program. So we are happy that you're back. We missed all of you. So again, welcome. We have a few things to talk about. It seems like things are heating up here in Grenada, not only politically, but as it relates to our industrial climate, things are kind of heating up. We'll talk to you about that in a while as we're hearing from the GUT and as well the Public Workers Union. St. David's celebrates its 50th independence, and of course, the celebrations have started. And they had a nice little church service over the weekend and an event at the Natural Works and so on, and things are going to intensify as the month goes along. All right, we are in the month of the child, and we've got the St. Mary's RC School doing their thing. I had a nice little visit there today, and it was amazing. All right, Ija Joseph recognized. We'll talk to you about that as well. All right. And other things on the program we'll be able to share with you. Stay tuned. We gotta let you know the headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digital Nawasa, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors, The Beacon Insurance, and all the other sponsors on the program. We say thank you. We take a very short break and we'll be back. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel. And guess what? That lucky person might just be you.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
And if I may say, I am currently using the Digicel fiber, and as you can see, I don't have problems. Well, I don't have internet problems and then kind of thing like other people do. Of course, that is because when you get your internet from Digicel, you gotta know that ish is solid as a rock. So again, we want to say hello to you. Those of you who are here with us for the first time, hello. And to the usual suspects, we also would like to say hello to you. All right, so let's get straight into the business. Police say that they are investigating a fatal accident that happened at Woodlands St. George. That's right, another road fatality. The incident happened on Friday, 4th October 2024 at Woodlands St. George. It resulted in the death of 53-year-old Joseph Gilbert, who's of the same address, that is Woodlands St. George. According to police, preliminary investigations revealed that a driver lost control of their vehicle, colliding with Mr. Gilbert, who was a pedestrian at the time, and 3 parked vehicles, 2 unoccupied and 1 with 2 occupants. The driver, the 2 occupants of the impacted vehicle, and Mr. Gilbert sustained injuries and were transported to the General Hospital for medical attention. Unfortunately, Mr. Gilbert later succumbed to his injuries. Police say that their investigations are ongoing. Mr. Gilbert, who's also known as Kobo, I think, they say, as a nice individual and stuff like that, it's just tough that anyone will die in that manner, vehicular accidents. You're there, not looking out for it, and that's one of the ways I don't want to go. I don't want no surprises. You know what I mean? It is just tragic. It is just tragic. All right. I know it will be tough for his family. Also, police say that they are investigating the death of a student from the St. George's University. The Royal Grenada Police Force say that they are currently investigating the death of a male student at the St. George's University on Friday, 4th October 2024. Based on information received, officers visited the institution, they say, where the motionless body of a male was seen lying on the floor of the building. The body was examined and pronounced dead by a medical doctor. And they are saying that a postmortem will be conducted to determine the actual cause of the death of that particular individual. All right. What else do we have to tell you? Things seem to be heating up, with regards to the unions. We are hearing from the Public Workers Union and as well from the Grenada Union of Teachers. Now, it is a lot of back and forth with the Grenada Union of Teachers stuff, because I know that last week we had the president of the GUT, Jude Bartholomew. He came out and spoke about a few things that they were aggrieved by as a union, particularly for non-payment for some of its members. Then I saw something said that the situation was resolved, and now I'm hearing that the situation is not resolved, and so I don't know. The thing look real tight, and so there will be what should I say? Light industrial action, for want of a better word. they're asking their members to wear, let me show you. All right, Mikey has a little cough today. He's coughing like crazy. Oh boy. And if you decide to go back to school, it's mass. You understand what I'm saying? It's mass. Right. So this is what we've got from the union. They say that this struggle will continue, and they're asking their members to for tomorrow and Wednesday, to wear your union T-shirts. All right. So I guess as much you will hear more from the president when the time is right. All right, they say that, listen, workers they don't get any pay, they don't get any money, and it's not just people who are just hired. People who've been in the system a bit longer are still unpaid. And understand? So they're asking their members to, as a mild form of protest, wear their union T-shirts. We are also hearing from the Public Workers Union. Remember that issue that they had at the mental institution? Wow. How far back, boy? Oops, sorry. Wrong. We will talk about him just now. But it could be, is it about a year ago? Around that? There was this situation at the mental institution, and then they said, okay, you know what? Don't worry all yourself. Small thing. I go fix. But we are hearing that the situation is not resolved. Let me zoom it in closer for what there. Understand? Oops, sorry, my bad. My bad, Mikey, what are you doing? Mikey, what is stupidness you doing? Hold on, let me fix that for us. So we are hearing that no, the situation is not resolved. Yikes. So something might be happening there. According to the Public Workers Union, community mental health workers have once again resorted to protest action to get resolution to long outstanding issues. 1 year ago, in good faith, they paused protests as the authorities committed to resolving matters which included but are not limited to payment of traveling and being appointed to their respective posts. None of the outstanding matters were resolved. The theme of World Mental Health Day, 10th October 2024, a couple days from now, is it's time to prioritize mental health in the workplace. Why are our own being treated like this? Says the Public Workers Union. So we may also see heightened protest of some degree where that matter is concerned. All right, so that's when I say things are heating up not only politically, but the industrial climate is getting a little warm. And it usually happens more when around election time. I'm not saying that there's an election coming up, but I'm just saying, but it's getting warm. Next time we get a quick election, boy. How that go look? Yeah? How you go look? How you go look? Anyway, St. David, they started their celebrations in recognition of our 50th independence. Remember that every parish, they're having their own celebration, right? So St. David's is the last parish, last but not least. They're having the celebration. So I know on the weekend they had their church service, and then they had a session by the Natural Works Nature Center. Natural Works Nature Center. I think that's a new name or something to that degree. You understand? And they are going to be having a series of events as the month progresses. And I want to encourage all of you to support the Bennett. And support the Bennett. St. David's is let me watch me one. St. David's is a very good parish. I'm going to say best parish, next thing I can go back go off. Them God people just take the thing serious. St. David's is a beautiful parish, one of the best parishes in Grenada. Only go and support them people Bennett. And I understand with the like, events that they're having. And I understand, there was a fisherman thing. The fishermen and them had a night like vibes too. And I understand, so they do a like a thing, Anywho, Today I paid a visit to the St. Mary's RC School in Lafayette, boy, and I have to tell you, these kids are amazing. The energy just different. They are nice. They are warm. They are accommodating. They are welcoming. The teachers, the staff, the auxiliary staff, everybody. They are lovely. I wish I could do more of this. We had a nice little talk with the students today talking about I am a responsible. You are my responsibility. I am your responsibility as a parent. You are my priority as a child, as we recognize Child's Month. So I did a nice little presentation with the students, and they sang a nice little song and things like that. And when I tell you, it was just beautiful. It made me feel important. And as somebody, it's always nice engaging with the youngsters, just hearing them, hearing what they have to say and how smart. They are so intelligent. The teachers there have been doing a really, really good job with the students of the St. Mary's RC School.
Let's do that song again. Oh, we love you, yes we
Yay! And of course, I stuck around a little bit longer just to see what it's like with their assembly. And I was able to see the principal. The principal, listen, the principal in action with the students. And I tell you, it was just, listen, them children have it nice. I kid you not. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. At that point, I felt like I need to put my child in a public school. Just saying. I know my principal is gonna be watching this and saying, Mikey, what? Know what I'm saying? You know what? Nice vibes, yeah, son. My child from Guam. Well, kinda, you understand? So give him like a soca now and then in the assembly, you can't always, give him scripture verses and things. I give him the son like a soca too, some come back and tell me about trigonometry and Pythagoras theorem and that kind of thing and coding and thing. Yeah, then. All right. So I am seeing, like I talk too soon, boy. I am seeing that one of our platforms is having a little issue. I did come back. Good. Yeah, sorry for that glitch, guys. So yeah, man, as I was saying, at that point, I felt like I need to take my child out of private school. Trying to suck out more than half of my salary and probably put him in a public school where you get real vibes like this. You understand? Because, I don't want my child to come out. I love it. No, I love it. I love it. So big up to the teachers, the principal, the students. You guys are rockers. You're rocking, all right? You're rocking. I'll be back someday. Don't worry. I'll be back. Yeah. Tell you when I watch that, like, oh, I text wifey. I say, listen, watch that. And like, you know what? Yeah, have you ever thought, like, maybe, maybe you could sneak the boys into a public school, maybe? Yeah, I'm sure in a Catholic school somewhere. You them teachers could keep up with him. Anywho's, we are moving on. So the people from Canada, all there with me, no, Cassandra. Suzette. Suzette, welcome. I see you. No, not your internet. We just had a little glitch. Sorry for that. So how are you? Listen, Suzette, you almost lose your badge, you know. You downgrade to 2 stars. Well, from Canada, that downgrade. Shireen, how it is you're able to keep your stars after not being on the program for so long? Suzette, how are you doing? And all the other people from Canada. We should throw a Mikey Live Canada party for you guys because you guys were missed. Let me tell you, you guys were missed tremendously, you know? I know some of you come in once or twice and, you know, because life busy and they all go back and watch the live. But still, we like to know. We'd like to know that you're able to connect with us. You lost your stars. Yes, well, Suzette, speak to Shireen. How did Shireen keep her stars? I don't know. Anywho's. All right, so we're moving on. How are we looking? Yeah, y'all just disappear on us, you know. You guys missed so many things. Y'all missed too many things. Y'all wrong. You understand? But no, it wasn't your fault. So you guys are back, and at least we are happy for that. St. Lucia Kings destroyed the Amazon Warriors last night to capture the title of CPL winners for 2024. It was a massive turnout in Guyana with the anticipation that the Amazon Warriors were going to win because throughout the season, they did well. You understand? And the Guyanese, they love their cricket. In fact, it was by design from day one that the finals were going to happen in Guyana. But the result didn't go as planned. Oh, I shouldn't say as planned, as expected. All right, the champions were the St. Lucia Kings. In fact, after 13 years, they have won the title for the very first time. For the very first time. Grenada doesn't have. Do we have a player on that team? Do we? What team does what do you call him play for? Anyway, we are right. So just to quickly go through because I see that we are running out of time. He's back in the US. The government contributed with other Grenadians and other persons, anonymous persons, towards his GoFundMe, and they were able to raise the amount of money that was needed to send him back to the United States where he is to receive emergency care there. So he landed safely in the US, and I'm guessing now that he's under the care of the experts, and of course we'll be able to hear how he fares. By the way, the mother of Whitney Houston has died. I think she died at 91. Yeah, we have to rush through some of the stories because time is running out. 5.1 magnitude earthquake rocked Trinidad and Tobago. There were no immediate reports of injuries or damage to properties as well. You shake up thing, like a thing, one or two things, but we have not had news of anything serious happening from but 5.1 is a very strong earthquake. Here's this one. The TA Marisha Community College wishes to announce that it has received the 2024 Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE preliminary results from the Caribbean Examinations Council. In this regard, officials at the college are currently reviewing the essay and analyzing the performances of the candidates who sat the examinations in May to June 2024. It was noted, here is, that in 2024, there was an overall pass rate of 93.3%. What? You're making joke. This is amazing. While there was an overall pass rate of 94.93. So even, and 94.93 in 2023. So we dropped by a little bit, but still 93% is a lot. You understand? 93% in 2024. While in 2023 it was 94.93. That's small thing. You understand? So that's good. So they're doing a little thing. And we organize and post a little thing on the thing for all you. All right. The CAPE 2024 Unit 1 percentage pass was 92.72% as compared to 94.49% in 2023. The 2024 Unit 1 CAPE examination results have revealed that a total of 44 grade 1s were achieved in 12 subjects or 12 subject areas compared to 78 grade 1s in 16 subject areas in 2023. A grade 1 denotes excellent performance by students. Grade 1s were obtained in the Unit 1 2024 CAPE examinations in Applied Mathematics 3, Biology 6, Chemistry 3, Communication Studies 4, History 1, Integrated Mathematics 4, Law 5, Management of Business 2, Physics 4, Pure Mathematics 9, Sociology 2, and Spanish 1. Now, there were 12 subjects for the 2024 Unit 1 CAPE examination, which we recorded 100% passes, namely Accounting, Applied Mathematics, Caribbean Studies, Economics, Environmental Science, French, Geography, Integrated Mathematics, Literatures in English, also Physics, Sociology, and Spanish. Other 2024 Unit 1 CAPE subjects with commendable performances were Communication Studies 95.38% and Chemistry 91.23%. We'll post something on that for you because it's a lot of things to tell you about. What else? I have one more thing probably I can tell you because, time is not longer than 20 tonight. We are running out of time and we still have the national report for you. But here is Nigel Joseph. That's right. You got like a recognition. All right. He has been honored with 2 prestigious awards. The President Joe Biden Lifetime Achievement Award for his lifelong dedication to strengthening the nation through volunteerism, and the actor Danny Glover Power of the Dream Humanitarian Legacy Award. All right. So, congratulations. Congratulations to you. Joe. Yeah, been doing this thing for a very long time. And of course, good work deserves the necessary recognition. Thumbs up. All right. I think it's a good time for me to take a break and come back. And when we come back, we've got the national report. But we've got to do the weather now. Olive gal. We had to change the order of the program since you guys left, because these days the national report longer than twine. You understand? It longer than twine. You hear me? It long. So we're not trying to keep you all too long. Those of you who wish to, you could, But here's the weather. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a low chance of isolated showers at first, becoming fair as the night progresses. Tonight's minimum temperature just around 26 degrees Celsius, and winds easterly to southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calmer times. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. For Tuesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times, mainly during the evening into the night, with brief isolated showers. Max temperature 32.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 26.5 degrees Celsius. And winds easterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. So that's it for the weather report. And like I said, we've got the national report coming up. But let's first take a little break. We shall be back.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh. Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Quartz has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Quartz Ready Finance. Quartz, make home yours.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yahtzee, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
the GIS news for Monday, October 7th, 2024. In the headlines, Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell reiterates government's commitment to implement radical changes to improve the delivery of healthcare services. And Virgin Parish continues to roll out its calendar of events in commemoration of Grenada's 50th. We'll have the details to these stories and more after the break. I am Chrisanne Mitchell.
May I have your attention, please? This is a message from IMCORT, an initiative under Caritas Grenada. We are geared on improving community resilience together. Let's prepare for the hurricane season.
First things first, let us talk about the basic emergency supplies that you may need during a disaster preparation. You don't need to buy expensive gears, just focus on the essentials. Here are a few items that you may need. Water. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person daily for at least 3 days and store them in clean, food-graded containers. Purchase non-perishable foods like canned food, dry pasta, peanut butter, etc. Ensure to have enough food supply for at least 3 days. First aid kit. Ensure that your first aid kit has bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and any prescribed medication. Flashlights and batteries. Power outages are common during a disaster, so reliable light is essential. Manual can opener. You don't want to be stuck with canned food during a disaster with no way to open it.
Everyone should have a whistle and a powered battery with you. The whistle is to signal if you're in trouble, and the radio is to keep us connected if cell services go down.
Remember, you can build this kit over time. Just start with the basics and add as you go on.
Improving community resilience together.
This is a message from IMCOT.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell says health and wellness is a critical pillar of government's vision that cannot realize a full rebound in the short term. His comments were made following the delivery of the throne speech by Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade on Friday, October 4th, to mark the opening of the third session of the 11th Parliament. The speech sets the foundation for government's plans going forward. It highlighted plans for reconstruction and recovery, education and skills development, health and wellness, energy transition, housing, agriculture and food security, national security, and legislative agenda. Prime Minister Mitchell spoke with the GIS at the end of the ceremony and said the presentation hinges on key areas of Vision 75, which includes improvements for healthcare delivery.
There's no question that we are not satisfied as a government with the state of healthcare and whether, being honest, whether it has been improved enough in the last 2 years. So we are not satisfied. And we recognize, therefore, that we have to take a much more strategic, a much more deliberate and focused approach on ensuring that we can really tackle this issue. So there are two components of it. One, and I'll start with the question of manpower. It is clear that we have significant gaps and inadequacies in terms of manpower. There are several positions within the healthcare system that is just not filled. And I'm not even talking about the clinicians in terms of the doctors and so on. I'm just talking about a lot of the support services that is required to make our healthcare system robust. It therefore means the government is going to have to find creative ways of investing and spending to recruit, train large numbers of persons to work in the healthcare sector. And so the government is seriously considering having the nursing school come back. We are also seriously considering signing memorandum of agreements with other countries to allow their professionals to be able to work in Grenada. We are going to have to take a much more robust recruiting strategy with the diaspora to encourage some of our healthcare professionals to return to Grenada, notwithstanding that we may not be able to pay the kinds of incomes that they may earn elsewhere.
There must be radical structural changes if Grenada is to realize improvements of the overall healthcare sector.
We are going to have to consider and look at things like statutorizing our hospitals. We are going to have greater focus on making sure that there are doctors and clinicians available in the communities. We are going to have to ramp up things like mobile clinics and so on so that we can go to our healthcare people, our citizens, and then we also have to make sure that education on healthcare is important, because a lot of the burdens that the state is asked to address in healthcare are completely related to our lifestyles. And it is something that, you can build the greatest hospital, you could educate the greatest doctors, and they can stay, but it is going to become very expensive if people are coming on with diseases that are avoidable. And I think we know the whole range of non-communicable diseases that we suffer from in Grenada.
There is need for education to ensure that the culture of healthcare is changed in Grenada, a process that will take a holistic approach and one that will fall into place over time. Addressing the issues of healthcare is not a short-term issue.
We accept that there's some low-hanging fruits that we have to be able to address, and the manpower is one of the critical things, and ensuring that we can pay better, and pay doesn't always mean salary, but incentivizing other things for healthcare professionals so that they remain committed. To that end, I will go on into the infrastructure part. We've said the new teaching hospital is going to be key. This is medium to long term, because it will take a while to have that built, to have it equipped, and to have the right culture move forward. But we've made significant progress. We've acquired the land. We have been in discussions with Mount Sinai out of New York. We are in the process of signing a consultancy agreement with them so that they can do a gap analysis of our current hospital and then make recommendations as to what are some of the things we can do immediately to start improving that process. That analysis will take place over the next 90 days. So we expect by the end of the year we will have that. And then that will give us, I think, clearer insight into what are some of the immediate, medium, and long-term things that we need to do in the current healthcare system. Because what we want to be able to do is that when we transition to the new hospital, that we would have already begun to address a lot of the challenges.
Prime Minister Mitchell says his administration is also very much aware of the excuses, complaints, and experiences that people have when interacting with healthcare professions within the system. The Spice Mass Corporation, in collaboration with the Grenada Cultural Foundation, on Saturday held a consultation with relevant stakeholders to review Spice Mass 2024 with the objective of coming up with suggestions that can guide the right changes to improve the overall product going forward. The review saw participation from traditional mass, fancy mass, calypso and soca, event promoters and service providers, among others. A brief opening ceremony was held prior to the breakout sessions, where the individual groups looked at what is unique about the carnival, its management, structure, and economic value. Parliamentary Secretary within the Ministry of Culture, Senator Quince Britton, represented the Minister of Culture, Senator Honorable Adrian Thomas, who was at the time out of state. He highlighted some of the factors that should be taken into consideration when reviewing the country's largest cultural festival.
Are the human resources and other resources allocated for running Carnival adequate? 2. Are the governance or management structures relevant and effective? 3. Do we share a common understanding of what Spice Mass is or what Spice Mass should be? 4. Is there anything unique about Grenada's Carnival? 5. How do we cope with what seems to be the unplanned and accelerated transformation of our Carnival? Today's event provides us with an opportunity to address the many questions. We need to, however, acknowledge one important fact. It is not the first time a formal review has been done following Carnival or at the end of Carnival.
Director of Creative Affairs Orlando Romain was also in attendance, and while asked to share his perspective on how we can shape the future of Grenada's most celebrated cultural expression, Spice Mass, he urged the participants to look at it as a collaborative effort of sharing ideas and exploring together how we elevate the carnival to new heights.
Becoming the preferred carnival in the region. Many Caribbean countries host Carnival, but how can we ensure that Spice Mass stands out in a crowded space? What will people say about our Carnival that will allow them to choose Grenada above all other Carnival experiences? The answer, my friends, lies in our uniqueness. Juve, traditional mass, Monday night mass. These are not just events They are powerful expressions of Grenada's cultural identity. Therefore, we must continue to build on what makes us special, while innovating to ensure that Spice Mass is not just another festival, but an unparalleled cultural experience that draws people from across the globe. Second, how do we satisfy all stakeholders? It's a big task. Carnival is a vast ecosystem. Creatives, spectators, revelers, investors, and the business community. They all play a crucial role. Our challenge, therefore, is to find ways to meet these diverse needs. How do we ensure that Carnival, that creators have a space and the resources to thrive? How do we deliver an unforgettable experience for spectators and revelers? And I want to note that this year, while most spectators had issues with Carnival and they voiced it, a lot of the revelers thoroughly enjoyed Carnival.
The challenge, he says, is how we go about balancing traditions with the demands of a modern carnival.
We must protect what makes Spice Mass authentic while embracing new ideas that make it relevant to today's audience. But in order to do this, we must first identify, document, and validate the traditions of our carnival. And I want to stress that. We must first identify, document, and validate the traditions of our carnival. What is really the base of our carnival?
During the breakout sessions, the groups were each given 5 questions for discussions that included our offering for Carnival, challenges faced in showcasing the various components of Spice Mass, financing, and management of the festival. Xiomara Cherubin Forsyth facilitated the discussions for traditional mass.
I think it's very important because the stakeholders are who create the mass. And they are the ones who experience firsthand the deficiencies as well as the efficiencies. So getting from them the feedback and the recommendations will only go towards improving the product, provided that the recommendations are taken on board and implemented. And some of the feedback we receive is that these discussions have happened, but the implementation hasn't been seen. So I think it's important that we take on board the suggestions that are made, we review them within the bigger picture, and we do things to improve what is our biggest national product.
What are some of these suggestions that came to the fore?
Some of the suggestions that came to the fore would be inclusion in the discussions and planning process, inclusions in the board, representation on the Spice Mass board from Mass Band Association, increasing the subvention and more timely payment of the subvention in advance of Carnival to allow for more effective preparation, and also that there's a better understanding of the expenses of the individual associations so that there's adequate funding of it, whether it is from private sources or public sources, but also too that there is a transparency in operations so that persons know what is the prize money that each division gets so that there is equality in the prize money afforded to the different art forms.
The breakout sessions for Soca and Calypso were facilitated by Michael Archibald and included participation from key figures in the industry like Neil Ferguson, Edison Francis, Kellan O'Geese, among others.
If, as the government says, the idea is to create a product that is unique in this world, that preserves our traditions, and also is a world-class product, we're going to have to re-look the way Carnival is managed, financed, and conducted in Grenada. And occasions like these, in my mind, is just a start. It's the first step in having a good look at where we are and how we need to go forward.
And do you think that there should be other sessions like this?
Definitely. This, to me, is the opening step, the first step. Because some of many of the things mentioned, certainly in my group, needs to be explored in detail. And you certainly can't do that in a 2-hour or 3-hour session. They need to be explored in real detail to see if the recommendations make sense. And if they do make sense, how do we move forward with them? So this, to me, should be just the first step in a process that takes us to a revamping of Carnival.
Also speaking after the session was Monty Eddie Greenage, who formed part of the group that looked at fancy mass.
I really welcome this exercise because as somebody that is a passionate mass and carnival lover, every year I find it's like you're pulling your hair out. Why they didn't do this and why they didn't do that, you know? And as a matter of fact, you may not know this, but let me tell you this. I actually did a 5 or 6 page write-up on suggestions that I made for Carnival and how to make it better. And I actually submitted it to the team, you know? So, you know, sometimes you send something, but to have this forum to actually be able to verbalize what you're seeing in words and to be able to debate and have opposing views and, you know, I think it's a very good exercise.
The information shared by the various groups will be collated and presented to the Minister for Culture and the Board of Directors for further discussion as it relates to the implementation for the further development of the Carnival product. A number of events have been scheduled to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence within the parish of St. David during the month of October. The calendar of events was launched on September 19, 2024. On Sunday, the ecumenical service was held at the St. David Roman Catholic Church, bringing together worshippers of various denominations from within the parish to pray and witness God's continued blessings on St. David and the entire country. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell charged the gathering and the virtual audience to look beyond the challenges faced and find ways to improve the parish and, by extension, the country. The celebrations are being held under the theme St. David's Talent, Grenada's Success. The team, according to the Prime Minister, will pave the way for a better tomorrow.
But despite this challenge, it is no accident that St. David chose the month of October to celebrate, recognize, and reward those who have helped to build St. David and make Grenada successful. So our theme, St. David's Talent, Grenada's Success, is meant to reflect that what happens in St. David doesn't stay in St. David, but resonates for the benefit and the success of the rest of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So as citizens of St. David who have the honor and the privilege to live in the best part of Grenada, I want us to continue leading Grenada forward on our future journey. We need to lead by example, compassion, empathy, selflessness, but above all, ensuring that we can continue to unify Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, particularly as we are marking our 50th anniversary of independence during this month of October, a month that carries a lot of good or bad memories, a lot of trauma, but also a lot of joy. And so we need to ensure that we say to the rest of Grenada, as we mark our 50th anniversary of independence, to rally around and behind us so that we can continue teaching the next generation of Grenadians how to live in unity, in peace, how to disagree without hating each other, how to have different views or perspectives without resorting to wanting to hate each other or to deny the opportunity to others to grow, to succeed, to eat, to live, and to make sure that their children have the opportunities that we have to continue building the parish of St. David and Grenada.
Pastor Lambert Paul, head of the Southeastern District of Seventh-day Adventist Churches, delivered the sermon at the service. He reminded the residents of St. David and Grenadians that God is at the center of every accomplishment and celebration. There is no 50th independence celebration without God.
God is looking upon man. I said God hasn't given man the responsibility and left and go on vacation. No, the Bible says that the eyes of the Lord is constantly upon the righteous. I want you to understand that God is looking over Grenada when hurricanes are on the brink of coming and they turn to our next direction. It's not because of our prayer alone and because God favors us, no, but because God loves us and he looked upon Grenada. Sometimes we think that because we are better, we think that we are better than people, so God just spares. No, I say Grenada belongs to God. Independence without God is reckless independence. So ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, so many today are lost because they do not find safety in Jesus. Hello? They are walking the street. Things are looking up for them in all areas of life, but spiritually is not intact. So let me tell you something. Reckless independence. When a man can choose another man as his spouse, that's recklessness. Hello? When a woman can choose a woman as a spouse, that's recklessness. Are you listening to me? When a man can sleep with a woman as long as he wants while they are thinking about getting married, that's recklessness. I say when a man, hello somebody, can sleep with his daughter, that's recklessness, man. I say independence without God is reckless independence. When lawlessness and immorality become the fashion of the day, I say that's recklessness.
Events will continue with an awards and cocktail event on Friday, October 18th at the Westerhall Secondary School, an extravaganza and fun day at the Lasajas playing field on November 2nd, and an art exhibition throughout the month at Redgate, St. David. The parish celebrations will culminate the country's 50th anniversary, which was held as a year-long celebration. In observance of World Mental Health Day on Sunday, October 5th, the Ministry of Mental Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs held a sensitization walk from the grounds of the Public Workers Union building at Tantine to the car park of the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The walk was supported by ministers of government, members of the Friends of the Mentally Ill, representatives from fitness groups, among others. Minister for Mental Health and Wellness, Honorable Delma Thomas, in addressing the participants, re-emphasized the significance of prioritizing mental health in the workplace.
It is a fundamental part of our well-being, and it should be part of the forefront of our minds when we consider the environment in which we spend a large portion of our lives, the workplace. For many of us, work can be a source of fulfillment, growth, and social connection. However, it can also be a source of stress, anxiety, and burnt out, and therefore it is important that we prioritize our mental health. We work today to challenge the stigma surrounding mental struggles. We work to advocate for workplaces that recognize the importance of supporting their employees' mental health and emotional needs. This means creating space where people feel safe to express their concerns, access resources, and find the balance they need to thrive both professionally and personally.
Minister Thomas was supported by colleague Minister for Health Honorable Philip Telesford, who encouraged all to remove the taboo about mental health and take an individual assessment of how things are.
Do not allow your mental health to define you. Mental health is something that we all experience. There are highs and there are lows. We have family members who have been affected. And as Dr. Spencer referred, that there are those who have been admitted to the institution. And after being admitted, loved ones don't even look back at them. But we have to try our best to pay attention to those who are around us. And just by a simple act of love, it can prevent someone from slipping off. And so it is extremely important. So mental health is something that we all experience. It's like walking in the rain. You experience the rain, but the rain does not define who you are. It's an experience, it's a process that we all go through. And so we have to be sympathetic to those who have those extreme experiences and find ways to love, to nurture, to support, and to pull them back as much as we possibly can.
Dr. Evelyn Spencer, president of the Friends of the Mentally Ill, also participated in the walk to create further awareness on mental illness. He says primary prevention is what must be considered.
I see it as also wanting to improve, say, our health and that of our family members and the community at large. And secondary or tertiary prevention could come, but then it means we have to have patients in hospital and have to spend a lot of money to get persons well. Now, the money that if we want to have persons doing what is necessary so that we could prevent all of these illnesses. And I always said, everything starts in the womb. And the longer I work and the longer I live, I see that this is where everything starts. So we need to have pregnancies that are loving and kind and caring, so that we have loving and caring and kind offsprings who may not have these issues. They may have, so they come with a full brain, a brain that is not anxious, that is not agitated because mommy and daddy call in every evening and mommy didn't want the pregnancy, daddy surely doesn't want it. And that creates a lot of conflict in the child's life. And we'll be surprised when we see the strange behavior in 6 and 7-year-olds, and we see things happening in the community, and we wonder why persons should be behaving that way at 17 and 27 and 37. But it's because of that staff.
Mrs. Valanda Thomas Blackman, employee of the Mount Gay Psychiatric Hospital, along with Mr. Kimon Williams, patients at the Mount Gay Hospital, also addressed the participants of the walk.
Mental illness is real. It is happening right before our own eyes. In the workplace, we have conflict, we have stress, we have persons grieving in the loss of the family members, in the loss of jobs, in terms of positions and so forth. And we look at it and we say, you know what? That person could do better. But today I implore upon you to look out for each other. Manage conflict better. Because many of us, as different individuals, we deal with stress differently. It affects us in many, many different ways. And as we go older, there are many ailments, medical conditions, diabetes, ladies, menopause, that causes us to spend all our money. And at the end of the day, it's just simply menopause. So today, at the psychiatric hospital, we do provide in-hospital treatment and care, and we also have community services. We have nurses assigned to every parish, including Petty Martinique. And so we are asking persons, be an advocate, join with us as we champion, as we lift up mental health. I stand here before you with a grateful heart, being able to represent the patients at the Mount Gay Hospital in recognizing mental health in the workplace. This scheme not only highlights the importance to recognize the patient staff and what takes place in the workplace, but also give individuals a sense of hope and purpose in their everyday lives as we strive to make themselves to produce and to contribute positivity to the growth and development of the organization in which they work.
Honorable Tevin Andrews made brief remarks reiterating government's commitment to create the necessary programs to help diagnose and educate on the issue of mental health. This is the GIS News. When we return, St. David's held inaugural Fisherman's Birthday celebration.
Are you a member of a youth-led organization in Grenada?
Are you ready to take your community, youth, or sports organization to the next level?
Then this video is for you. Community-based organizations are the backbone of our communities and parishes. They nurture our future leaders, preserve the heritage of Grenada, and enrich our social fabric.
Sadly,
there has been a significant decrease in the number of community youth-led and other organizations in our communities.
Additionally, the existing organizations often face several challenges that hinder them from achieving their goals.
That is why the Division of Youth has designed two-day workshops designed exclusively for executive members of community youth-led organizations or other youth leaders in Grenada.
These workshops will focus on building the capacity of organizations by enhancing their leadership skills, planning and execution, mobilization, financial management, and monitoring and evaluation.
But wait, there's more. The Ministry of Youth is excited to introduce the Community Grant Fund, a fantastic opportunity for organizations to access additional resources to help with their community development initiative.
The workshops will take place on October 12th and 13th at the Grenada Youth and Cultural Center, St. George, and November 9th and 10th at the St. Martin Retreat Center, Mount St. Evans, St. Andrew. For more information, please visit our Facebook page at the Ministry of Youth and Sports and follow us on Instagram at MOYGND473. Youth leaders, community groups, take this opportunity. Don't miss out on it. See you there.
Welcome back. 4 months after the annual Fisherman Birthday celebration on June 29th, the parish of St. David held its inaugural event. This initiative, spearheaded by 2 dedicated fishermen from the parish, received approval from Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for St. David, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, in an effort to enhance the local fishing industry. The event took place on Saturday at Natural Works in Lassages, attended by Prime Minister Mitchell and other officials from the Ministry of Agriculture. It offered fishermen valuable insights into the advantages of the industry and included awards recognizing both past and present fishermen. Minister for Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, Honorable Lennox Andrews, spoke about government's commitment to provide improved support for the fishing industry and outlined how fishermen in St. David could benefit from these initiatives.
We want to provide more training to our fishermen in safety at sea. We want to provide you with more equipment, with your radio, with your GPS, and so on, and ensure that you are properly equipped. And to improve our show to see equipment connection, that when you're out there, you are. Or how to find you just in case.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Isaac Bagwan, urged the fishermen to organize themselves into a cooperative in order to take full advantage of the benefits offered by the ministry.
It is important because once you come together, then you will be able to get the kind of concession, and of course, your craft have to be registered so that you could get benefit from the concession that other fisher folks are getting currently. Coming together also provide opportunities for training. Yeah? So you need to be able to train, you need to be able to get in gear as to what is happening, the technology, and as the brother would have indicated, the last drop. We want to go beyond that. We want to make sure that we know the technology that exists, where we know the fish are there, and we know that is the grounds that we're going to fish. So we're not going based on guess. Of course, some of you know the sweet spot where you could get the fish, but we have to do things scientifically.
To safeguard livelihoods, Chief Fisheries Officer Justin Rennie outlines government's plans to invest in facilities that will support fishermen in this regard.
What happens if your livelihoods are being taken away overnight, in a split second? What would happen to you? Your investment just gone down the drain. Do you have any insurance? Okay. Government has invested in a policy known as COAST. Okay. It's a parametric facility. Okay. However, it does not provide for rehabilitation of vessels. It provides for sustainable livelihoods. But what you need
is to rehabilitate your vessels so that you can regain your sustainable livelihood. But how do you do that if it is not protected by some form of security, insurance that could indemnify you in case there is an event?
Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for St. David, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, expressed his full support for the initiative, highlighting plans for further advancements in the fishing industry within the parish.
So the need to make sure that we are organized, that we are supporting each other is critical. And so I'm happy that the fishermen recognize that the time has come for us to come together and to be able to take our profession, our career, and the industry in St. David's more seriously. My commitment to you is to let you know that you have my support. And through whatever means, both as the MP and as the Prime Minister, that I can leverage to make sure that we can bring more resources, more training, to make sure that we can excite young people about fishing, is one of the things we are going to have to be able to do. But we also have to attract investment. We have to attract technology. As Mr. Bagwan says, the technology is available. You shouldn't have to go out in the boat and hope that you're going to catch fish.
He advised that the necessary information be gathered and committed to attending a follow-up meeting to ensure that the fisherfolk in St. David can fully maximize the benefits of the industry. Continuing the news, the Ministry of Education has committed to resolve the issues that have risen from the school feeding program. Acting Minister of Education, Honorable Andy Williams, during a recent press conference, said government continues to revamp various programs and projects to ensure inclusion, transparency, and accountability. He said the $1 fee was removed from the program and was replaced with vouchers. Minister Williams explained that the vouchers were signed so that schools can have the necessary funds to continue the program.
This again is an issue that was brought to the fore, and the Ministry of Education through PS Francois and PS Maureen have prepared and signed vouchers which will put funds in the school's account so that they can also, when there's shortage in the school feeding, they can pull up the slack. In addition to that, when it comes to school feeding, the Ministry of Education has its transport going out and delivering the goods where it is needed and where you have a deficiency and so in supplies. So we are doing our best to remedy this situation, and the ministry again is working diligently.
The Child Protection Authority opened a sub-office in St. John to ensure inclusion throughout various communities and parishes. This office brings the number of sub-offices to 5 in St. Andrew, Carriacou, and St. George. Communications Officer Donella Hostin has more in this report.
The Child Protection Authority is extending its reach and giving what it hopes to be easier access to people in the communities on the western side of the island. On Friday, October 4th, 2024, the authority for the first time opened a sub-office in the community of Guave, downstairs of the Grencoda building. According to the chairperson of the board of directors, Mrs. Cecilia Ann John, who spoke during Friday's opening ceremony, this move shows the inclusion that the authority stands on, as all children matter, regardless of their location.
We at CPA are cognizant of the fact that the lives of children and their families, not only in town and cities, but also throughout rural Grenada, matter. At CPA, we put children first. They are the very reason why we exist. This sub-office, situated in Ward, St. John, is testament to our commitment to bringing our programs and services to communities to enable easy reach for every boy, girl, and young person.
Interim Managing Director of the authority, Mrs. Lenice Paul, during the opening ceremony, noted that it was important to offer the services of the authority outside of the headquarters. Mrs. Paul went on to say how this additional sub-office will be beneficial.
This sub-office will provide support and a speedier response in the investigation of referred cases, Police support and interventions, court support for our clients with court matters, support for cases relating to foster care and adoption, and counseling services.
The opening of the sub-office in Guelph, St. John, brings the total of sub-offices of the authority to 5, including Brenville, Carriacou, and 2 in St. George. Attending the opening ceremony were various stakeholders, including representatives from the authority's Board of Directors, Ministry of Social Development, Guelph, the Royal Grenada Police Force, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Office of the Parliamentary Representative for St. John, management and staff of the Child Protection Authority, and the church. The newly opened office was blessed by Pastor Corey George of the Guelph Open Bible Church, and the ribbon was officially cut by a chairperson of the Board of Directors, Mrs. Cecilia Ann John. Reporting for the Child Protection Authority, I am Donella Houston.
Thank you, Donella. This is the GIS News. When we return, first batch of chicks distributed on the World Bank Food Security Enhancement Project.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports wrapped up its parish-level youth parliament sessions in May and June 2024, where passionate young leaders from across Grenada boldly voiced their concerns and offered insightful recommendations on pressing issues, from capital punishment and education reform to firearm amnesty. These 2024 youth parliamentarians demonstrated sharp research, eloquent delivery, and a readiness to lead. They embodied the vibrant future of Grenada, stepping confidently into the roles of tomorrow's decision makers. The Division of Youth is getting ready for the second phase of the National Youth Parliament Program 2024, the National Youth Elections. Here are your candidates who will be campaigning to become National Youth Parliamentarians. St. Andrew Southeast, Amanda Japal George and Kevon George. St. Andrew Southwest, Zadie Barry and Cameron Sensier. St. Andrew Northeast, Emerson Calist and Kerrian Marast. St. Andrew Northwest, Derricka Samuel and Joshua Andel. St. Patrick East, Asha McEwen Sylvester, Shanida Shade. St. Patrick West, Zinzi Noel and Sean Williams. St. Mark, Kiel Cyrus, Akim Phillip and Tiwana Scott. St. John, Sashona McVean and Elon James. St. David, Antonia Kutain and Tarek Miller. St. George Northeast, Kwesi Pope and Akim Williams. St. George Northwest, Jamal Mitchell and Angela Bowen. St. George South, Giovanna Mark and Jonathan Mitchell. St. George Southeast, Symphony Lord and Vonick Lewis. And the Tongue of St. George, Ray Meyer Griffith and Melissa Julian. The National Youth Parliamentarians will be enrolled into the program for 2 years, in which they will be engaged in continuous leadership training. They will participate in regular national youth parliamentary debates. They will receive mentorship and will have access to the Division of Youth and Sports Community Support Grant Fund to assist with their various community initiatives. Young people, the countdown is on for your voices to be heard as to who you will want represent your constituency in the National Youth Parliament. Mark the date, December 5th. To vote, you must meet the following criteria. Must be between the ages of 16 to 35. Must be a Grenadian national and must submit a copy of a valid identification card or document. Registration ends November 22nd. For more information, please contact the Ministry of Youth and Sports on 440-6917 or email ascoy@youth.gov.gd.
Welcome back. A significant step towards bolstering local poultry production, the first batch of 2 scheduled distributions of chicks has been successfully completed under the World Bank-funded Food Security Enhancement Project.
On Thursday evening, over 8,000 chicks were distributed to a group of eager poultry farmers at the Ministry of Agriculture's Eastern Agricultural District in St. Andrew. This initiative is a crucial component of efforts to enhance food security and self-sufficiency in Grenada through increased production of poultry and reduction on the reliance of imports. Successful distribution marks a pivotal moment in the project, which seeks to empower local farmers with the resources and support necessary to expand their operations and contribute to a robust national food supply. Delivering remarks to farmers, Minister for Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, Honorable Lennox Andrews, explained that the initiative is expected to not only enhance the livelihoods of individual farmers, but also benefit the wider community by creating jobs and fostering a sustainable agricultural industry.
Thanks for being part of the farming community here in Grenada. Our aim is to work towards ensuring that as a population, as a people, we can feed ourselves. We can feed ourselves. When the world goes through crisis, those crises must not hit us. We must be able to look after ourselves. 50 years as an independent nation are many years in which we should prove that we are independent, that we can produce those goods and services that we need to consume and to export to improve our life. So this evening we are distributing 8,700 chickens. 8,700 chickens are being distributed to 22 farmers. You're also going to get some feed as well. And that is part of government assistance to our farmers to ensure that they are provided with all of the inputs that they need to produce and to produce quality food. So as a people, we can eat healthy and be more healthy and live longer. So farmers, I want to say to you, don't take lightly the role that you are playing in producing food for our people in this country. It is because of you that our children can have good food to eat. It is because of you that our people live for 100 years.
The second batch of chicks is scheduled for distribution in the coming weeks, further solidifying the foundation for increased poultry production across the island. The initiative is one of the undertakings of Component 4 of the World Bank-funded project, which prioritizes support for the livestock and poultry industry. Parliamentary Representative for St. George's South, Honorable Andy Williams, gave commitment to the Grenada Green Group to financially support its plastic bottle campaign after its contracted deadline at the end of the year. The campaign is part of its contract with Unite Caribbean and the Recycle Oasis project to collect plastic bottles throughout the country. On Saturday, 1,500 plastic bottles were collected at Cameron Park. So far, the Grenada Green Group has collected 4,259.9 pounds of plastic bottles since the campaign's inception in June 2024. Honorable Andy Williams visited the park during Saturday's collection and pledged to support the initiative going forward. He said the initiative is a step in the right direction that benefits every sector of society and must be taken seriously.
Alternatively, these bottles would have been in the environment, on the beaches, on the land and so, and it would have been adding to the pollution. But now that we have these bottles here, it's a step in the right direction. And from what I understand, these bottles will be ultimately go into the recycling process. And this is exactly what we need for this nation. So it's a wonderful initiative. And even I was telling some of the members here that my ministry will be willing to support financially and so to this initiative so that we can continue this and not just stop, anytime soon.
So it's a wonderful initiative and I love it. I will go back to our cabinet, I will speak to our ministers about it and see how we can expand this effort. And I know that you are getting funding from overseas, but I think that also we locally can help fund this effort too, because at the end of the day, we are helping beautify our country on a whole.
The plastic bottle collection campaign will be held on Saturday, 2nd November 2024 at Cameron Park in St. George. G3 is collaborating with the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, which collects and shreds plastic bottles that are then turned into pallets and can be exported or used locally. When we return, we'll have the sports updates.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
If there's one thing we know for sure, life is an unpredictable journey, full of twists and turns, but no matter where it takes you, the National Insurance Scheme is here, ready to support you every step of the way. Sickness benefits ensures that you can focus on recovery, not financial stress. Maternity allowance and grant provides essential support to start your beautiful journey of parenthood. The unemployment benefits act as a safety net, giving you peace of mind during challenging times. Employment injuries can be daunting, but NIS provides comprehensive coverage, including injury benefit, medical expenses, disablement, and death benefits. At NIS, your well-being is priority. Now you can face challenges confidently, knowing that support is just a claim away. Contact us today to find out more about the range of benefits or visit our website at www.nisgrenada.org.
Welcome back. Remedial work on the National Cricket Stadium is expected to be completed by March 2025. As the new Minister for Sports, Honorable Delma Thomas, toured the facility with officials from the Ministry of Sports and the Chinese Embassy on Wednesday to get appreciation of what the project entails and its progress. She said despite some delays, she is pleased of the progress so far and will be engaged in periodic visits to the other sporting facilities.
I will be touring a number of facilities across Grenada from time to time. And so this is one and maybe our very first opportunity to see what is happening here, appreciating the importance of the cricket stadium for us as a government and as the people of Grenada. So I'm happy to be here, but look forward to looking at the other facilities as we look to uplift sports across Grenada.
Minister Thomas also highlighted that developing grassroots sports is high on government's agenda and the development of playing fields is one of its priorities.
We're also looking at the issue of grassroots sports, and it means that apart from the National Stadium, it means that we'll be developing our playing fields across the Tri-Island state.
Work is ongoing on the Fond playing field in St. Patrick, and others are in line to get the attention it needs to boost sports in communities. And finally, 20 games played thus far in the 4th annual Polly's Winball Cricket Tournament now underway at the Malmont Playing Field in St. David. Match days are held every Sunday since the commencement of the tournament on September 15th, with 5 matches per day, with the first game bowling off at 10 a.m. Organizer of the tournament, Paul Forsyth, gives an update to the GIS Sports on matches played on Sunday, October 6th.
The game played yesterday, our first game, we had Her Majesty Prison getting the better of Coffee Warriors. Prison batted first, they got 157 for 7, with Coffee responding with 72 for 9. The bowlers for Prison, you had Wells getting 3 for 8 and George getting 3 for 9. Top scoring for Prison, we had Abraham getting 30 runs. Our second game, we saw Tate Otto getting the better of Northeast Rebels. Tate Otto batted first. They got 146 for 8. These Rebels only mastered to get 75 runs. Our third game is some Mama Ken taking on Opta Blazers, which is the defending champion. Mama Ken batted first. They only got 74 runs in the 12 overs. Opta Blazers responding with 76 without loss in 6 overs. So Opta Blazers had the better of Mama Ken. We had Heston Jackson with 60 not out for Opta Blazers. Our fourth game, we saw Hankies getting the better of Sugar Hole. Hankies batted first. They got 194 for 7 in 12 overs. Sugar Hole happened to reply by getting only 91 runs for 9. Top scoring for Hankies, you had Telesford with 62 and Anton Simon with 34. Last game saw Westerhall Strikers coming up against Dynamite, Demon Dynamite. It was a nail-biting game. Westerhall Strikers happened to get 114 in the allotted 12 overs, with Scott getting 23 and Bradford getting 25. Demon Dynamites replied, getting 115 runs in 11.5 overs, with Mr. Nilan Franca top scoring for Dynamite by getting 21 runs. So Demon Dynamites had the better of Westerhall Strikers. So there are 16 teams in the competition. So far, 20 games have been played, which we just play 5 games per Sunday, so 4 Sundays gone already. All right, so that make it 20 games have been played so far.
A total of 16 teams registered for the competition in 2024. This brings us to the end of the GIS News for Monday, October 7th, 2024. I am Chris and Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.